right, Hensley, what you got?
Yeah.
So today we've made a change. We bought this umbrella stroller, and I hated that thing. Marissa hated it too, because she's the one that had to push it the most.
We're not super tall, but I know I'm a little taller than the average
Bear
woman.
Sorry.
We were having to hunch over all day, and I just think it wasn't the umbrella stroller for us.
This one just, it's a good height. It's smooth. It doesn't matter if we're on gravel, sand, whatever. It's smooth. And this kid, this is her jam right here. It's just super comfortable, and she can sleep in this one. The umbrella one, we literally had to stop what we were doing, put the brakes on it, tilt it back, and let her sleep that way in it.
Maybe you need to do this the other way. Won't you make sure I don't fall?
I guess. So one thing we've noticed when you're putting your money on your card, make sure you bring cash. Like neither one of we've got 3 different debit cards from different bank accounts. They are all the same bank, but they do not work at all. So this morning, we're starting up here at Shady Grove again, and then we're taking the red line down to going to Ford's Theater, which is close to Metro Center, so we're gonna get off at Metro Center. What do you think, Hensley?
We knew we wanted to do Ford's Theater today. They actually have free tickets that you can get. You just have to show up and kind of get a scheduled time. If you know there's a scheduled time that you want, you can get online and book them for a small fee. Ford's Theater is where President Lincoln was watching the play where he got shot. So we're gonna take a tour of the theater and the museum, and then you get to walk across the street to see where they took President Lincoln after he was shot and where he ended up passing away.
So this is the gun that was used to kill Lincoln. It's pretty crazy that's all it was. That's the size of the bullet right there. So this is the basement of Ford Theater. They turned it into a museum. Back in the day, he said they threw props down here, and it was just dusty, dirty, just a typical basement or whatever. Out there is where Lincoln was sitting.
The theater was kind of emotional a little bit. It's very intimate. It was a lot smaller than I had expected. Just kind of had this emotion come over you when you're in there, even though it's not somebody you personally know, just somebody so loved.
It's really crazy to think about. Presidents back then didn't have bodyguards around them, nobody really sitting there protecting them, and that an actor could just walk right up behind them and shoot him in the head. I mean, that's just, from what we see today, how well they protect presidents. It's just crazy to think about that, but that's how it was back then.
This was the Peterson family boarding house. They wanted to take him somewhere that was large enough to accompany him and the necessities they needed to try to save him. So this was the closest place that they could think of. So this is the room where President Lincoln died. have a tour of the Capitol building, so we are heading that way.
This is another reason we love our Bob stroller.
You have to apply to get a Capitol tour pass or a tour pass to the White House. Because we never know what dates exactly we're going to be in an area, we were a little late, so we were denied our pass into the Capitol. But one of our government members for Tennessee actually set up a personal tour guide, so it's pretty awesome. We're getting a personal Capitol tour today.
So it pays to not make reservations.
Sometimes.
Today.
We did get denied to the White House, of course, but that has to be like 6 months in advance, and we don't even know where we're gonna stay past the weekend, so probably not gonna work out for us. Burn and bullet marks from the War of 1812 when they burned down the Capitol. It's crazy.
This is the Supreme Court from 1810 to 1860, I believe.
Pretty awesome personal tour. We got to do a lot of neat things because we were in such a tiny group. We got to go on the floor at the House of Representatives.
Anyways, he took us down some corridors and places we wouldn't have got to go probably with a regular tour.
And saw some awesome views.
Some awesome views and stuff that we couldn't film. But it was still really neat to be able to see those.
I hated that so much renovation was going on while we were here, so you didn't get to see a lot of the beauty in the dome, but I guess it's for future beauty. Now we're heading off to the Smithsonian to see if the line is shorter today for the American history.
Hopefully these schools will quit taking school trips. Good grief. So we're at the Smithsonian Museum of American History, and this is one of their 5 or 6 museums. We were at a couple dozen museums last Friday, and today's a Monday. And I'm telling you, like, this place is dead on Monday. So if you plan on going to these museums and you want to go on a Friday, that may be school trip day or something.
It was.
How's the train go, Hensley? Yeah? Choo-choo! All right, Hensley, what you got? It's making me feel really old that this is in the museum. This is what you call a boombox. Nah, we can't ride that one, Hensley.
It's big.
I'd definitely hurt myself on that one.
I'm glad they changed the design on those.
These are all their inaugural dresses. Which one do you like the best?
Kind of like Nancy Reagan's dress.
Oh yeah? So Nancy Reagan, Barbara Bush, Hillary Clinton, and Laura Bush.
Well, obviously Michelle Obama's is beautiful too, but hers is the most recent, so that's not super fair.
We really flew through that one. About 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, closing time got us on that one. so big.
So big.
Hi, Mr. President.
We might be watching you.
Tackle DC. There's so much to see and do.
Our feet are feeling it for sure. We took this stroller today. I had to stand on the metro holding it for 20-30 minutes. I had it folded up. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Other than that, on the way there it wasn't bad. So if you're not in rush hour and you got a big stroller, just take the big stroller, don't worry about it. But even in rush hour, we came back in rush hour, and I still say it's worth it. I'll stand 30-40 minutes for my kid to have a comfortable ride all day.
It was so much easier today.
It was.
She slept, she was comfortable. It was easy to maneuver in and out of places. It's just smoother.
And at one point, I think we ran. I don't know if we're trying to.
Yeah.
So if all comes down, it seems like we're always trying to run somewhere because we're about to catch something. So it's handy to have a running stroller. So we're gonna get maybe a smaller stroller and probably not do the umbrella stroller. And we'll give that a try. And I'm pretty stubborn. I've driven some bigger towns, and I plan on trying to drive here. And we talked to about 15 different people that live locally, and not a single one of them said, hey, drive around town and find you a spot to park and go enjoy it. They all said, do not drive in town. By the time you pay for the parking, you deal with the traffic, they said, just take the metro. So that's gonna be our opinion too, until we hear otherwise. Just plan on taking the metro.